Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have The Fox and the Hound 2. Yeah, this is the sequel to the 1981 film, which to me I always think that movie's older. Um, I don't know, it's just me. But this one came out in 2006. 2006. You can tell because the animation is very different. It has a number. It's a 2D animation, you know, hand drawn type of animation, but there's tons and tons of digital 3D digital animation throughout this. Anytime a car drives by or there's a Ferris wheel at the fair or something, that's all digital. A merry-go-round, which stands out like a sore thumb. Like it's just like somebody pasted it on top of the actual animation and just made it rotate around. It not great. But for 2006, it probably looked amazing. Like, oh, we were just leaps and bounds ahead of the old one. One of the most important things about this film is that it is not a prequel and it's not a sequel. It's somewhat of a midquel. It's it literally takes place in the middle of the film you already know. It adds to their story, to their friendship slightly, but the status quo doesn't change because you know that it can't. Nothing can change what happens to them at the end of the film when they're all grown up. If you've seen the original, it's separated between when they're kids, when they first meet each other, and they become best friends. Sorry, Copper and Todd, the fox and the hound. The fox is Todd, Copper's the dog. Um, they meet and become best friends, but they learn that they're from very different worlds and they really shouldn't be associating each other. One, the dog should be hunting the fox. And, well, we get to see a little bit more of their friendship when they're young. Of course, toward the end of the original film, we get to see them many years later when they're older and they've become a little bit embittered. A lot of stuff has happened since they were little. But here, everything's still innocence. They're chasing crickets together. They want to go to the county fair when they see all these big trucks come through. They're all full of wonder and it's adorable. And of course, none of the same actors are doing the voices. They're grown up now, and well, I mean, yeah, there's no adult versions of the dogs. Let's just say this time. So there's only the kid versions. The kids are all grown up from 1981, obviously. So they have all new kids. I think it's Harrison Fahn as Copper and Jonah Bobo as Todd. I don't know. Bobo? I don't know. Anyway, the big stars of this film are Reba McEntire and Patrick Swayze. Yeah. By the way, if you don't become immediately aware of this, this is a very country music driven movie. They sort of co-opted the original movie, and made it so Tennessean, I guess. It's so Nashville. Because obviously, if you're going to put Reba McEntire in a movie, she's going to sing. It's just the way it is. And then Reba's pleasant enough. She's funny. She's talented. And Patrick Swayze obviously is a talented singer and dancer. You know that, but he's a dog in this. They're all dogs. Turns out the two of them, along with a bunch of three other dogs, one of which is played by Vicki Lawrence. They're part of a traveling set of dogs who sort of do their own thing. Nobody seems to have any control over them whatsoever, except for like the guy who plays the banjo when they sing. And yes, these are singing dogs. They kind of make it clear that the humans hear one thing, which is just woo, and the dogs hear actual harmonizing and singing, and that but actual lyrics and things like that. So it's people are amused by this animal thing, animals singing, whereas our heroes, Copper and Todd, they hear actual singing. And Copper, who doesn't seem to be happy with anything he does because he keeps failing at things and tripping on his ears and doing all sorts of, he can't catch a cricket, whatever. He's really down on himself. And when he stumbles onto the stage and he gets to sing with these dogs, well, he suddenly realized, he and they realize at the same time that he's fairly talented. He can sing. And just at the right time, because Reba McEntire's character, Dixie, is having a bit of a fight with Cash, Patrick Swayze's character, and she wants out of the group. They're just having problems. And not exactly sure why. I can't really remember why, but they just are not getting along. They love each other, but they pretty much... It's a really weird, touchy situation between the two of them. It's a country song. Literally, it's a country song. Their relationship is a country song. Ugh, I just realized that now. Anyway, so Dixie's out of the group, and Copper joins up. And from there, we get a little bit of a estrangement from Todd, and a little tension. So... I'm not going to tell you the whole story, obviously. Why would you watch it then? You should watch it. I don't know if you really should watch it. If you're a fan of the original, this is definitely not nearly as dark or harrowing as the original one. I mean, not like the original super harrowing, but it's still a little bit darker because of how they grow up and the tension between them. There's a tension, but at a kid level, where they just, you forgot to watch the fireworks with me. Well, you're jealous of me and my talents, and that kind of thing. And they, the dogs have a goal to be seen by this talent scout, who happens to be. Somehow these dogs know that this talent scout's coming to the fair, and they want to perform in front of him. However, he's been waylaid at every turn by this little girl. By the way, the talent scout, great thing about this, is Stephen Root. You know Milton from Office Space, and honestly, Stephen Root has been in everything, King of the Hill, and just everything, animated and live action. I'm watching. He's in Perry Mason right now. Is the prosecuting lawyer. So on HBO. So it's. When you hear Stephen Root's voice, you know it's him. Unfortunately, he's completely wasted in this film, because all he does is react to the horrible things that happen to him as this girl gives him a tour of the fair, and pretty much doesn't give him any direct contact with the animals, the main characters, the dogs, throughout 90% of this movie, 99% of this movie, until it matters. But even then, things don't go exactly as planned. So, yeah, it's if you like country music and you probably want to hear songs that you probably haven't heard Reba sing anywhere else, or Patrick Swayze, rest in peace. If you want to hear the two of them sing a little bit here and there, Jeff Foxworthy is in this as well. By the way, he does not sing that I know of, but he's in it. Jim Cummings is in this, because every Disney thing needs to have Jim Cummings in it. But yeah, it's not a big cast, but it's you'll know the names, the voices. So, like I said, if you're really into country music and you want more Fox and the Hound cuteness, this is for you. Otherwise, technically and story-wise, it's really nothing exciting. There's nothing really wow about it. But you might get a little something out of it. Die-hard Fox and the Hound fans, I understand, probably hate this movie, but again, it all depends what you're into. I'm not about to tell you. I'm going to tell you what I thought. I don't know what anybody else thinks. Until then, well, other than that, all I can do is pick tomorrow's episode. Let's try that now. 2:44. I may not look it, but I haven't said this in a while, but I'm really excited about not knowing what I'm going to watch next. When that number comes up and I have no idea what it is, it's kind of neat, because I've gotten to discover a lot of things I would normally have never watched on Disney Plus, and I think I would have wasted my money, because I would have just used it to watch the things I already know and love, like Star Wars and Marvel and just the classics and stuff like that. But I'm seeing a lot of stuff that I just are pretty freaking great, and I gotta make sure this is right. 2:44. Holy cow. We may have finished off the set, I think, because we've seen the other two films, we finally get to see the original in this trilogy. There might be more coming, I think. Rick Moranis might come out of retirement, I hear, possibly to do this. And you know what I mean when I say Rick Moranis. It's time for Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Finally, the original. After seeing the sequels first. I mean, I've seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids when I was a kid. When I was much younger, let's just say that. Maybe not a kid, but much younger. So, yeah, it's time to revisit it. It's been a while. All right, let's see you back here tomorrow with Honey, I Shrunk the Kids on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge.